How to create an auto-charging recurring invoice in PayPal. The first thing you want to do once you're signed into PayPal, you're going to tap on the settings cog in the top right hand corner. Then from the top navigation bar, you're going to tap on Seller Tools. After doing that, you're going to scroll down a bit and you're going to see the option Automatic Payments. You're going to tap on Automatic Payments. Then from the left hand menu option, I want you to select Overview. Then you're going to tap on Create Plan. After tapping on Create Plan, from here you can type in your product name. So for example, I'll just call this Auto Product. So I'll call it Auto Product for example's sake, but you could add in your product name. Then you can add in a product description and you could make up a product ID, or you can leave it as is and PayPal will automatically create a product ID. Then you can select the product type, whether it is physical goods, digital goods, or services. For this example, I'll be offering services. Then you can select the industry category. So let's say, for example, I'm offering consultation. So I'll type in consulting and select consulting services. If you have a product page URL, you could put in the product page URL right here. So let's say, for example, you're offering the product or better yet the consultation on a different platform. So let's say, for example, on Zoom or anything at all that they'll be hosting it, you could put it in right here, the link that they'll be able to tap on to constantly see my consulting or so on. You can also put in your product image URL right there. After you have done that, you're going to tap on Next and you're going to see that the product name that you had created is automatically selected. So you're just going to scroll down, tap on Next once more. Then you have a few options right here when it comes onto the pricing plan. You can either choose to charge them a fixed pricing, so that will be a set price every month, or you can set it up by tier pricing, so that means that you'll have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, or any amount of tiers that you created. So let's say for example, Patreon that has different tiers or so on, or even Netflix, you can set that up, or you could do volume pricing if you want. But I'm just going to be selecting fixed pricing. Then we'll select Next. After you have done that, you can see right here, you can give the plan a name. So for example, I'll just call it Test, and you can put in plan description. Then you'll tap on Next once more. From here, you can select the currency. And if you'd like to charge a one-time setup fee, you can tap right here. If you'd like to offer a trial period, you can tap here. Then you can set up the free trial period that you offer. Then by scrolling down, you can see subscription period and you can select unlimited billing cycles. If you were to select limited billing cycles, that would mean that you can set it up like after 3 billing cycles, it will automatically stop. But if you set up unlimited billing cycles, that means that it would have to be the client or the customer, better yet, that needs to stop the subscription. So it will automatically charge them every month. Or if you want to set it up for every week, every year, every day, you can do that. And this is where you're going to put in your price that you'll be charging. So let's say $9. Then from there, you can scroll down and you can set up how many missed billing cycles before a subscription is paused. So let's say, for example, they miss payment for 1 month. You can pause the subscription. If you would like to push it to 2 months, you can do that, or 3 months. And then you want to ensure that this is toggled on, turn on auto billing of outstanding payments. And that by turning on this field will automatically add the outstanding balance to the next billing cycle. Then you'll tap on Next once more and you're going to see a preview of how it looks. So you can see right there. Then you'll just tap on Turn On Plan. After you have tapped on Turn On Plan, you'll be redirected to this page. Once on this page, you can choose the layout that you'd like to use. You can change the colors and all of that for the buttons. And you can also change the text if you want. You can select whichever one of these texts. Then you're just going to tap on Copy Code. After you have copied the code, you can paste it on your website. So let's say, for example, I were to go onto Google Sites. So I could go onto Google Sites right here. And then from there, let's say I were to select this website just for example's sake. All I would need to do now, and it is the same concept if you had for example a WordPress website or any other form of website. you'll just select the HTML code and then you'll paste in the code and you'll tap on next, then tap on insert, and you now have your button right there. Hope you found this tutorial helpful and informative. If you did, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe.